Starting off the prelims, we have Julian Marquez versus Marc-ANDRE. I don't want to butcher his last name, so let's ignore that. I can't lie. In his picture, Mark, he looks like Nate Diaz. I don't know if it's just me, but I mean that's what I see. Okay, now let's look at their stats. 9-3-0, 14-6-0. Mark more experienced fighter. Looking at the height, 1 inch difference doesn't really make a difference. Mark 2-inch reach advantage with the 1.5 inch leg reach advantage could play a part in this fight. I mean, as I say, having the longer reach is always to an advantage because you can keep the fighter at bay if you know how to do it with the jab. I mean, that's boxing, but with the jab, it's crucial. Looking at Julian, he's coming off a loss, round 1 KO loss. In his last 6 fights, he's 4-2. Almost not the best record, but not a bad record. 44% of his wins by submission, and he's never lost by submission. 56% of his wins by KO. Seems like an interesting fighter if you ask me. And he's never won by decision. As I said, that can be good and bad, but considering 67% of his losses are by decision, it tells me that Julian isn't really the best point fighter. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes fighters get fight to win points. Sometimes Adesanya does that. He fights smart in terms of, I'm not gonna just go out here and let you bang my head easily and make it seem like I'm dying, or make me fumble. Fight smart, win the rounds. It's a skill. I know people underhype it, say, oh, maybe boring fights, but it's a skill, because it's not easy to keep your nerves in there when the lights, the cameras, and another man on the other side of the ring trying to kill you. Looking at Julian, he has 53% takedown defense accuracy and 44% striking accuracy. Good. That is good. That is good. I'd say that takedown defense can take you places. It can take you places in fighting. You know what I'm saying? Although he has 0% takedown accuracy with 5 attempts, which means he does not take people down, which makes me think this fight is gonna be fought on the feet unless he can be taken down by Mark. Looking at Mark's coming off a loss. Round 3 arm choke. Damn. Round 3. Whenever I see losses in the round 3, KO or submission, it's painful because you were almost there, almost to the finish line. But I know it changes you. Losses changes people. It makes them think differently, makes them stronger, I would say. Looking at Mark, his last 5 fights is 3-2. Fairly balanced record. 64% of his wins by KO, and he has a 62% takedown defense accuracy. Considering Julian has not taken anyone down and Mark has 64% takedown defense, I'm betting this fight goes on the ground. Might be a KO, and nonetheless, Mark's takedown accuracy is 25%, so it's not the best. So yeah, I'm betting this fight goes on the ground he has a 47% striking accuracy, pretty good, and 5 significant strikes landed per minute. So that's a high output. That tells me, he has the tank, because throwing punches ain't easy. And for me, I'm going into this fight, I believe Mark wins this fight with a KO. I'm not sure which round, but I'm going with the Mark KO. If Julian wins this fight, I also think it's going to be a KO. I think this is going to be an interesting fight. That's the truth. I think this is going to be an interesting fight, one to watch. Let's go to the next fight. Next, we have Vivi versus amandaribas. Both Brazilian, both 5'4". Vivi has the 2-inch reach advantage, and Amanda has 1/2 inch leg reach advantage. I don't think that's going to play too much in this fight. I've seen both of them fight. I don't really think it's going to have that much of an effect. Both of looking at their record, they have similar experience. Vivi just has the extra loss, and in fact, she's coming off a loss right now, and is currently 3-3 in her last 6 fights. So it's in the balance. She's trying to tip it over the edge, get that W. 36% of her wins come by submission, and she has never lost by submission. You see, that's why I said the reach might not do too much, because I don't think Vivi wants to fight it standing. I think she wants to take you to the ground and take you out. And her only UFC losses are by decision. That is a good thing. She's not easy to get out of the ring. She has a 90% takedown defense. Damn, not a joke. Although with a 49% takedown accuracy and a 48% striking accuracy, might not seem big in terms of the numbers, but if those are pretty good numbers in the female division. I believe that can take her places. And she averages 2 takedowns per 15 minutes, which tells me she wants this fight to go on the ground. Makes me bet your money there's going to be a takedown attempted, a couple takedowns attempted by Viviane. I would not be surprised. Now looking at Amanda, she's also coming off a loss and is currently 4-2 in her last 6, so she has more momentum than Vivi. If I would say that 40% of her wins are by submission. She has never lost by submission. That is going to be very interesting. Both of these fighters have never lost by submission. Will one lose today? Sorry, I said today. Will one lose tomorrow? Who knows? I mean, let's watch and see. And her only loss comes by decision. Both of these guys are the same. What the? This is crazy. She has an 88% takedown defense, 48% takedown accuracy, and 40% striking accuracy. In terms of those three stats, very similar. Very, very similar fighters. Now, looking at both of these fighters, I know both of them want to win. I know both of them want this to be the win. I mean, look at Amanda's face in this picture. She looks like she's gonna slap the shit out of you. Nah, I think this is gonna be an interesting fight. My prediction, it goes to decision, and I'm going to Amanda wins by decision. That's what I'm saying. I don't think any of these fighters are gonna lose by submission, and it would surprise me if they do. But I mean, you can never predict it. This is MMA, for God's sake. You can't be too sure. Let's go to the next fight. In the next fight, we have DRICUS versus Duplessis. I watched Duplessis' last fight. I mean, very, very dominant performance against Darren Till. Considering I wanted Darren Till to win that fight, he really, I mean, and I didn't take Duplessis as seriously as I should have, and he proved me wrong and had a very, very, very good performance. I think you should watch it. If you are not too familiar with his game, I suggest you watch that fight. That was a very good fight. He's currently on a 6-fight win streak, 56% of his wins by submission. Good wrestler. He has never lost by decision and has a 50% takedown accuracy, 54% striking accuracy, and 47% takedown accuracy. So 50% takedown defense accuracy, if I said that. He's a good wrestler. Basically, that's just what the stats just tell me. He's a good wrestler, and I also know he's a strong hitter because of that fight against Darren Till. But he's coming against Derek Brunson. 48% of Derek's wins by KO. 22% of his wins by submission. He can wrestle, and he's never lost by submission, so he knows how to defend himself. I mean, he has an 89% takedown defense. Crazy. 89%, 90%, 95%. That high, it is crazy. So I would be surprised if this fight goes to the ground. I would be surprised if Derek lets this fight go to the ground against him. Although, because he has 33% takedown accuracy, so yes, he might not take people down that much. It could also be due to the high output of trying to take people down. 89% takedown defense makes me think the wrestling is in his favor. He has a 48% striking accuracy, but I mean, I wouldn't say that means too much in this fight. He's currently coming off a loss though to Jared. I don't want to butcher the last name. He's coming off a loss to Jared. It was a round 2 KO, which KOs can be in the mind depending on how bad they were. In his last 6 fights, it's 5-1. So don't think he's just coming off a loss and he's on a losing streak. No, that was like his first loss in 5 fights. So don't think too much into it. Looking at Derek Brunson's record, he has notable wins against Darren Till and Kevin Holland, two fighters I do like, and both have different things about them. So if you ask me, if I had to watch one fight this whole card, I say you should watch this fight. I think this is going to be fight of the night. I honestly don't know who wins. This is one fight where I can't predict it. Like, I've tried. I don't know if I'm going. Anything I say right now is just a random one. But because of the fight against Darren Till, I'm going with Duplessis. I think he's gonna win by decision. Duplessis by decision. But I would not be surprised Derek Brunson wins. I'm not too confident in this pick, but I just had to make a pick. Very interesting fight. One thing I can say, I predict this is fight of the night. I mean, let's see what happens. Last off, we have CODY versus trevinjones. Looking at them, I would say similar experience. CODY with the 1-inch height advantage, Trevin with the fucking 4.5-inch reach advantage and 2-inch leg reach advantage. Big. That can be very useful. Looking at trevinjones, he's currently on a 3-fight losing streak. Don't think of it too much because CODY is on a 2-fight losing streak, so both of them are on losing streaks. But at least today we know someone's O must go. The opposite of that, but you get what I mean. So both of them know they can win. This is a winnable fight for both of them. Looking at trevinjones, he has 78% of his losses were by decision, so he's not gonna want to go there. He's gonna wanna take this out in the ring because he's not favored right there. Also, as I say that, I look down and I see 46% of his wins are by decision. So most of his wins are by decision, but a lot of his losses are by decision. I mean, it just tells me, I mean, he's a strong fighter. He's not easily taken out. He's currently 1-3 in the UFC, so he needs a win. He needs a win. He has 67% takedown defense, 11% takedown accuracy, and 39% striking accuracy. Although he has never lost by KO, which tells me he wants to bang. It tells me he wants to bang. Maybe not the smartest fighter in terms of, you know, getting the points, but I mean, he's willing to make it interesting, which makes me say this is gonna be an interesting fight. Surprising for the prelim. Looking at CODY, he has an 83%. 83% of his wins are by KO. Very impressive. He's currently 1-5 in his last 6 fights. So in the UFC, Trevin is 1-3. CODY right now is 1-5 in the last 6. Both of them not really having the best fun, but as I say, someone's O got to go. 83% takedown defense by CODY, 39% striking accuracy. He has never won or lost by submission. Doesn't like to wrestle. Considering Trevin's 11% takedown accuracy, I would say this fight, it's not going to be won on the ground. I think it's going to be won on the feet. And I say this is going to be a close fight, but I'm going with trevinjones second round KO. Boom, that's my prediction for this fight. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Did I say some bullshit? Maybe I didn't. I mean, I want to hear what you think. Even after the fight, tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you learned. Tell me who to look out for. You know, any potentially big fighters in this card. I'll see you later.